get us underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Hokies offense will take the field first. The man who will run the offense is Ethan Grunkmeyer. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. After the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Bulldogs offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And now we say hello to Nate Frazier. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because the body blow effect.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the 1st down. Unleashes one. Another incompletion on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 45 on his way. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Hokies right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Quick give. It's Overton. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Left side, it's Reynolds. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Green. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
The Hokies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Now on the move. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Out wide right, it's Reynolds. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! Put 6 on the board.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Drops back, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The fake and wants to throw. Wide open downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's it for this period, and it's Virginia Tech on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to throw again. He's going for it all. He caught it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hits inside. It's Overton. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll move the wide receiver. And the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Handoff for Frazier. Got enough for the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Out wide left, it's Overton. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Wants to throw on third. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down. What a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Bulldogs' offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Catch in the middle. It's Humphreys. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. 1st and 10 for the offense. Here's a give to Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Look out! Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Rush is on. Got his man. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Press center downs going to the air. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Makes a grab on the shot. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right side, it's Heath. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are...
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Needs it here on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the Georgia sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
The Bulldogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Humphries. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Hokies offense to start this possession. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the intercepted, and he's got a convoy with him. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Dogs!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback changing the play. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Overton. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops as Virginia Tech calls its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Drops back on first down. Lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Shut downs going up top. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 3 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Utes with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Georgia's head coach told me at halftime he is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are...
Oh, it's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Right back to it. See some running room. Down he goes.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So, tough spot.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's down immediately, but they convert on 4th down and keep the drive alive. The Hokies line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using...
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And he made the read off of the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football. But, man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football. The defense gets the...
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Works the middle of the field.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Handoff, Frazier running left. Fouls through the defense. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Hey, guys, I'll be really curious to watch this offense down the stretch and see how they handle this. They've got a big lead. They can probably just continue to run the football. I like how the running back stayed in bounds right there, too. Keep the clock moving. Or do they like their numbers? Do they want to continue to put the...
Breaks into the open on the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Virginia Tech opens this drive as the offense looks ready to go. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to move them on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They've been running it, but now the pass. Left side is Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Turns it upfield. Still running at the 40. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Hokies! Into the end zone for 6. And the extra point splits the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. As we check in with Holland.
Here on the Georgia sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Moves the pocket. It's Stockton. Immediately fires to the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. With this game decided, let's take a look at the projected playoff bracket. It's getting late. Week 12, and this is how things would stack up if the playoffs started today. Let's send the tight end in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Long way to go on second down. Selling the fake. Oh, pressure's coming. This time he's got it. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Georgia going back to work with another first down. From the gun, it's Bowen. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Caught. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sells the run, looking to pass. In traffic, it's Keys. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Fresh center downs going to the air. Finds his man. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Second and long here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The run inside. It's Overton. He's got enough. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. First and 10 from their own 17. Making the adjustment. Wants to throw one first. He's taking a deep shot. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up.
Lots of running room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Firing to the right, complete. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Overton. Breaks into the open. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. Right side, it's Overton. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43. Fresh setter downs going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating. We're subbing. Like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. So with the lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.